Happy hump day. We got a movie Monday winner and a full slate of games. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven. It's hump day, baby. That's right, Wednesday. Unfortunately, we had a 1 and 2 day to start the month, but you know what? We'll bounce back. We'll talk about it and how close we were to another winning day, but it is what it is. We had a ton of trades. The trade deadline is officially over, and we had a crap ton of trades. I'm going to give you like 7 or 8 real quick, just the major ones. It wasn't anything too surprising. Jack Flaherty to the Orioles. Good pickup by the Orioles. I don't love Jack Flaherty, but he's still a good, decent pitcher for the middle back end of that rotation. Justin Verlander back to the Astros. Holy cow, what are the Mets doing? Josh Bell to the Marlins. Jake Berger to the Marlins as they try to upgrade that lineup. Royals closer Barlow went to the Padres. Tommy Pham to the D-backs. Paul Sewell, this happened 2 days ago, from the Mariners. Our closer went to the D-backs also. Michael Lorenzen to the Phillies. Kind of a sneaky good move because Lorenzen has been a really good starting pitcher for the Tigers this year. And then Dick Mountain to the Padres. Why? Why in God's green earth would they do that? J-Man Choi, is that his name, I think? He also went to the Padres. I don't know if it's the same deal or different, but interesting moves. Padres have been playing better lately, that's for sure, but I'm not sure Rich Hill is really the guy to take you over the top or do much at all anyways. But anyways, before we get into who the winner of Movie Monday contest is, be sure to smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Leave comments below with your best bets just to say hi. Let me know what you got going on during the day, whatever it is. Our goal is 6,000 subscribers by the end of August, and we're on our way. So thank you guys for all the support. Also, if you're not a part of that Discord, you got to join. I mean, we might even start a fantasy football league with the members in there. We're already starting to talk a little football. We had someone give out a plus 900 winner. Shout out to him. He had Juan Soto to hit 2 home runs today or yesterday. That was pretty impressive. So, anyways, it's a lot of fun. We talk sports. The winner. Are we ready? The first Movie Monday winner is. Let's pull it up. There it is. Congrats to at Matt6864027. He had the two guys from White Men Can't Jump in It. He is the winner. He wins $30. I want to say thank you guys for voting. I know you guys didn't have to vote, especially people that were upset that their team wasn't picked or anything like that. But thank you guys for voting. It's more fun when we all participate. And the more we do that, the more we want to do this again. So thanks. And I'm sure we will do it again. Matt, we will reach out to you and get you that money. So don't you worry. But congrats on the win. And now it's time to talk some baseball. Let's go to that bets recap page. There it is. Over 6.5 Cleveland Houston and over 7.5 Mets Royals. Well, guys, congratulations on betting an over when someone throws a freaking no hitter. Framber Valdez threw a no hitter today. Oh, I want to cry. 2-0 Astros in that game. That was a loser. The over 7.5 hit between the Mets and Royals. They went crazy in the end of that game. But we lost. It's a no hitter. If you're going to lose, you might as well lose to MLB history, right? And then Strider, 9 plus Ks and Braves money line. The Braves money line was not that much of a sweat, but holy cow, the 9 plus Ks. He came back out in the 7th inning when he had 90 something pitches already. So thank you to the manager. And he had 2 strikes in the first batter, Moniak. He got a base hit, and the next batter, Grichuk, who was already 2 for 2 against him. He had 2 strikes and luckily struck him out, and he ended with 9 Ks. So I'm glad we took it down to 9, got that winner. Acuna and Riley Green 1 plus hit each. Guess who screwed that one up? Freaking Acuna. He walked twice. Twice. If I know a guy's about to walk twice, I would never, ever pick them. That was just brutal. And then his last at bat, he has 2 strikes on him. The guy throws a fastball right down the middle, and he looks at it. That's it. Strike 3. He's over. It's done. Riley Green hit a double early in the game, so thank you for that. But Acuna is now hitless in a couple of games in a row. But anyways, that's how close we were. 1-2, down 1.23 units. We are pretty much even for the entire season. Now, if you're getting winners in all their other segments, then we're not even. But we need to get better. Let's pick it up. Baseball is tough, as we all know, but no excuses. It's time to move on, and let's start out with those good hitter matchups. All right, we have 15 of these matchups for you today. That's right. So you know what that means. We're going to the big page. Let's pull it up on the big screen. There it is, 15 best hitter matchups for August 2nd. It does start out with 4 Padre hitters. That's right. Kyle Freeland may be in for a long day in Coors Field against that Padres offense. Another one that caught my eye is third from the bottom on the right side. We got Ryan Mountcastle for the Orioles. How about 5 for 10 and 4 bombs versus Kikuchi. That is pretty impressive. So, anyways, we also got a couple of Rays versus Garrett Cole. Rosarena's been decent, 10 for 34, one double and 2 bombs versus Garrett Cole. They have a lot of familiarity, that's for sure, in that division. So, those are the matchups we have for August 2nd. Take a screenshot. Go get some winners. That's right. That's what I want this to help you guys do. Go get some winners. Put some hitter parlay, some total basis props, whatever it is. Just win, baby. All right, those are the best hitter matchups. And now you know it's time for the pitcher strikeout matchups. All right, let's talk some arms. We have 4 of these matchups for you. And it starts with Mr. Eduardo Rodriguez of the Tigers. And we will talk about that in a second. Going up against the Pirates. Pirates, 6th highest K percentage versus lefties in the last 30 days at 26.3%. Eduardo Rodriguez, 91 Ks in 88.1 innings. He had 5 Ks versus the Pirates on May 17th. I got to talk about him real quick. Eduardo Rodriguez was traded to the Dodgers today yesterday, and he vetoed the trade. That's right. He chose to stay in Detroit, Michigan over Los Angeles. The Tigers over the Dodgers. Everyone is baffled by it. It's a wild, interesting move. Obviously, he could get paid more, and his stock would go up if he's on a team like the Dodgers. But I heard it has something to do with family, and he wants to stay closer to the East Coast. I get all that. Family guy, I understand. But if you just think about it, not knowing all the details, that is wild to me. So, anyways, Dodgers are probably pretty upset they missed out on the one starting pitcher they wanted. But all right, I'm done rambling. Sorry, just had to mention that. Joe Musgrove versus the Rockies. Rockies, 8th highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 25.8%. Musgrove, 97 Ks in 97.1 innings. And keep in mind, the Rockies got rid of a lot of their best hitters, so they may be striking out more. I don't know. We'll see, but I just want to mention that. Cutter Crawford versus the Mariners. Mariners, 3rd highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 27.3%. Crawford, 76 Ks in 77 innings. He's been really hit and miss, though, in his last 4 games. How about 7, 2, 9, and 3? Yeah, all over the board. How come the Mariners are always at the top? Some of these other teams, like the Marlins and the Royals, they were at the top, and then they got better and improved, and now they're not a high strikeout team. How come the Mariners cannot freaking do that? They are just up there all season, I guess. That's just what it is. The last one, Braxton Garrett, the lefty versus the Phillies. Phillies have the 3rd highest strikeout percentage versus lefties in the last 30 days at 27.9%. Garrett, 117 Ks and 106 innings. He did have only 3 Ks versus Phillies when he faced them on July 8th. Braxton Garrett had 13 Ks in one game this year, and then followed up the next game with 2 strikeouts. How consistent is that? Does that help you? Yeah, it's crazy. So, anyways, those are the 4 best pitcher strikeout matchups in regards to the team they play. There's a couple other ones that have high strikeouts, but the pitcher going against them is below average, and I don't usually like to count those. So, anyways, take those for what it's worth. Hope you guys get some winners. And now it is time, baby, for that pitcher report. All right, here it is, the first 8 matchups for August 2nd. We got some interesting ones, that's for sure. We start out with that Musgrove and Freeland in the middle. How about a mismatch there, huh? 3.08 expected ERA compared to almost a 5 with Freeland. That's pretty huge difference, especially with Freeland's 14.1% K rate. But the pitching matchup of the day is right there at the bottom. Shane McClanahan versus Garrett Cole. 2 of the top 3, top 5 Cy Young Award candidates right there. As you can see, they've faced each other quite a bit, so it should be an interesting matchup. It's obviously a low total. Take it for what it's worth, but Cole at home is really tough to fade. But this Yankees offense is pretty brutal. So I like that one. Eduardo Rodriguez, the day after he declines a trade to the Dodgers, he takes the mound against the Pittsburgh Pirates, who have been struggling. And then we got Giolito making a second start for the Angels against an awful pitcher for the Braves and Chirinos, and we may be talking about that game. Other than that, good matchup in Seattle there between Cutter Crawford and Logan Gilbert. And then Zach Wheeler and Braxton Garrett. There's not a bad matchup, but Garrett has not quite been that great lately. So those are the first 8 matchups. Take a screenshot of it. Look at those K percentages. Make sure you check out the innings and all that. But let's check out page 2 in the last 7 matchups we got. Grayson Rodriguez, can he finally turn a corner before the end of this year and show the hype that he's all about? I know he's a rookie. He's got plenty of time, but and then we got Joe Ryan against the Cardinals, who just pretty much sold a bunch of their players. They are obviously in sell mode right now, not trying to win this year. Drew Smiley for the Cubs has been a struggle lately as well. And then we got Senga versus Marsh. Marsh should not be in the majors. I don't know what he's doing in the major leagues. How about having a 7.04 ERA and you're actually getting lucky? and you have an 8.06 expected ERA. That is ugly. The K percentage is above average, but don't get confused. He had one absolutely insane strikeout game, and that's pretty much it. So, and then someone making their major league debut, it looks like Ciccone. I don't know, sounds Italian. Ciccone for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Anyways, going up against Logan Webb. I don't know much about him except Ciccone. I did check his minor league stats. He had like 104 Ks and 105 innings or something like that, a K an inning. So just want to throw that out there. And then Gonsolin versus Hogan Harris down there. Both pitchers actually haven't been that much different in regards to expected ERA, but obviously Gonsolin has the advantage there. So anyways, I'm done rambling. Those are the last six matchups. Good one there in Texas too between Cease and Dunning. Okay, now I'm done talking. Anyways, take a screenshot. Go get some winners. Use that to help you with your bets. And now let's finally move on to the best bets. All right, game number one takes us out to Wrigley Field. We got the Reds at the Cubs. Cubs money line minus 135. Reds money line plus 114 with an over under of 9.5 runs. My best bet in this game, we're going to ride the train from what happened yesterday. Over 9.5 runs at minus 120. Now, I got a few things to say about this matchup. These two teams have played 7 times this year. In those 7 times, they are averaging 15 total runs per game. They just scored 29 runs yesterday. 29. That's insane. Now, if you take out that 29 yesterday and you just take the average of the other 6 games, 12.66 runs per game, well over the 9.5 total. Every single game except one has gone over 9.5. The only one that didn't ended on 9 runs. So they can score a lot of runs. Ballpark Pal, if you use that, it's a good little tool to use to see weather and good chances for home runs, run percentage boost, all that. They have a plus 10% run percentage tomorrow in Wrigley Field and plus 24% with home runs. The wind is blowing out. It's a good one in Wrigley Field. As you know, that stadium is very touchy when it comes to weather and how offenses can hit. Now, for the matchup, Brandon Williamson is on the mound for the Reds. He gave up 4 runs and 6 hits to the Cubs earlier this season. He's been decent, nothing special, nothing terrible. The Cubs offense, like I said, they scored 20 runs yesterday. Bellinger and Swanson are swinging some hot bats right now. They added Jamie Candelario to make their lineup a little deeper. He went 4 for 5 yesterday. And then we got Drew Smiley on the round for the Cubs. He's returning to his starting pitcher role again. I'm not sure why, but he is. He has given up 3+ earned runs in 5 of his last 6 starts. He faced the Reds earlier this season. How about 4.2 innings, giving up 7 runs? Not pretty at all. So we got great weather. We got average to below average starting pitchers. Give it to me, baby. I love the over 9.5 with these two offenses and how they're swinging it right now as my best bet. Let's move on to game number two. All right, let's go. Game number two takes us out to Coors Field. We got the Padres at the Rockies. Padres money line minus 240. Rockies money line plus 194 with a huge over under of 11.5. Actually, pretty typical in Coors Field. My best bet in this game is the first leg of a money line parlay. It is the Padres money line. Obviously, I'm not taking the Rockies. Come on. Joe Musgrove is on the mound. He's one of the better pitchers in the National League right now. He has given up 2 earned runs or less in 10 of his last 12 starts. That is impressive. And 3 earned runs or less in 12 straight starts. So he has been just lights out. The Rockies, they traded away Grichuk. They traded away CJ Crone. They're in sell mode. Their offense is not the same. I don't see them scoring a ton. Blackman and Chris Bryant are still on the IL like they have been for a while. So I don't see the Rockies scoring a ton. Obviously, it's Coors Field. They'll get a few runs, but Kyle Freeland takes them out for the Rockies, the lefty. 4.90 expected ERA, as you guys saw earlier in the video. Only a 14.1% K rate. This guy's not very good. He faced the Padres earlier this season. He gave up 1 run in 5 innings, got lucky, but it's okay because that Padres offense back then when he faced them was not anywhere near where they are now. Padres are the 5th best team versus lefties in the last 30 days, and they're 7th best batting average. The 5th was in regards to the WRC plus, kind of the weighted runs created, total offensive rating. This Padres offense is smoking. This team is playing well. One of the better teams since the All-Star break, maybe the best team. I haven't checked the records since the All-Star break, but I think the Padres win by 2+ runs here. The -1.5 is still pretty heavy juice, but I'm just going to take the Padres money line as the first leg of the money line parlay. Let's go check out that final leg. All right, the next one takes us out to Los Angeles, place where Eduardo Rodriguez does not want to go. We got the A's at the Dodgers. Dodgers money line -300. Oakland money line plus 245 with an over under of 9 runs. Can anyone guess what I'm going to pick here? The final leg of the money line parlay is the no, I'm just joking. Come on. Los Angeles Dodgers. Put the Dodgers together with the Padres, you get minus 113. I'm not going to say a bunch about this game, guys. It's the Dodgers versus the A's. We know how this should go. Hogan Harris takes him out for the A's. Over a 6 ERA, a 10% walk rate. He's not good. Even though he's due for some positive regression, he's still not good. And we all know the A's bullpen sucks. I think they traded away a couple pieces now in that bullpen, which wasn't good in general. So the only piece they had that was good, they're not there anymore. Tony Gonsolin takes him out for the Dodgers. I'm not going to sit here and say I just absolutely love Tony Gonsolin. He's just dominating because he's not, but he's good enough. He's better than Hogan Harris, and he's playing a worse lineup at the A's. He is giving up only 6.6 hits per 9 innings, though, which is pretty elite. He's obviously, other than that, they have the much better starting lineup, the better bullpen. I mean, if they can't win at home, guys, they should win by 2+ runs here. The Dodgers just score an absolute crap ton of runs. So give me the Dodgers money line, pair it with the Padres money line minus 113. All we are asking is for the red hot Padres to beat the Rockies, who just sold away their best players, and the Dodgers at home to beat the Oakland A's. That's all we need to happen to win minus 113. What could go wrong? I know, knocking on wood right now. But that's my money line parlay. Now let's move on to the final bet. All right, the final game takes us out to Pittsburgh. We have the Tigers and the Pirates. What a matchup right here. Tigers money line minus 122, Pirates money line plus 102 with an over under of 8.5 runs. I got a little creative. I got a same game parlay. Let's go. We got Eduardo Rodriguez 5+ Ks and the under 5.5 in the first 5 innings in this game. Put it together, you get minus 115. I got that on FanDuel. Both are alternate lines. So Eduardo Rodriguez, his line is actually over 5.5 and juice to get 6 Ks. I took it down to 5. The 5.5 first 5 innings. Last time I saw it is at 4.5. I took it up to 5.5 and went the under. So here we go. Rodriguez 5+ Ks. I don't need to say a lot about this because I already mentioned the good pitcher matchups. He had 5 versus the Pirates last time he faced them. Pirates are a much worse team, I think, on offense after losing a couple players in trades and just how they're hitting the ball right now. And now we got the Pirates, sixth highest K percentage versus lefties in the last 30 days. And like I said, they're not the same lineup they used to be. And it kind of goes with my under 5.5 first 5 innings. The Pirates are also the second worst offense overall in the last 30 days versus lefties. I mean, their WRC is ugly. It is pathetic. They cannot hit a lefty, and Eduardo Rodriguez is one of the best lefties in the league right now. And then we go to the other side. Beto is on the mound for the Pirates. He's been fine. He throws like 3 to 4 innings or somewhere in there, kind of like an opener slash starter. And he's been okay. The Tigers have the third worst offense versus righties. So I am taking the worst 3 offenses in the league right now, 2 of the 3 worst versus their splits, versus the lefty and versus the righty. I just don't see a lot of runs. You go to Ballpark Pal, there's a negative minus 19% home runs in this game with the weather, with what it's at Pittsburgh. I just can't see these teams scoring a lot. I don't want to trust bullpens and take the under like alternate line in the full game. So I took under 5.5 in the first 5 innings with Rodriguez 5+ Ks. Put those two together at minus 115. All right, we made it. Hopefully that's a 3-0 sweep. Let's go. Let's check out that bets recap page. All right, we got the over 9.5 in the Reds and Cubs at minus 120. Get that as soon as you can if you are going to tail that bet because I think it's going up. And then we got the money line parlay, the Padres and the Dodgers minus 113. They just have to beat the Rockies and the A's. And then we finish it with Rodriguez 5+ Ks and the under 5.5 in the first 5 innings in that same game, the Tigers and the Pirates at minus 115. Yep, there is no hitter parlay on there. I may add one in the Discord tomorrow if I see something I like. Not all the odds were out, and some of the odds were insane. Like Tatis, I saw 1+ hit was in almost minus 500. It was just wild. So I may still have a fourth bet tomorrow. Maybe get some sort of plus money bet in there because we need one. But other than that, those are it. I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. This is all some day. We got a lot of day baseball going on Wednesday, so make sure to get your bets in early. Enjoy the baseball. Enjoy your day. Thank you guys for all the support. We'll talk to you later.